Okay, what you just saw there was 4 squirrels. I don't know if the squirrels are protecting their own area. Usually it's just one squirrel, but other squirrels are moving in and they're going after my live oak um, acorns, to eat. And it drives my dog crazy. So I want to show you again. This is the end of the video. You see this shed right here? There's a little space, and it wound my dog up so much that he went behind the shed and he jumped up, and his left paw caught on the corner of the fence between 2 boards, and his paw was wedged right in where he couldn't get it out this way. So I heard him yelling, and neighbor heard him yelling, and I picked him up, and then I brought his paw up, and he hasn't been back there since. But you can see where I have the ladder to the right, and there's a space right there. So the reason why I have the ladder there is the dog was chewing on a cable for the power in the shed, for lighting. And so I disabled that. I haven't gotten back there because of the raining. It's been raining for the past 2 days, cold weather and stuff. But every now and then it stopped raining and I could go out and shoot. But the weather is cold now. It doesn't bother the dog, but I got to block that area. I got to block this area. This area is too small for him. Uh, he's at 50, maybe 55 pounds now. So he's filling out. When I got him, he was real skinny. He's filling out good. But anyway, it's troubling. Now, I'm going to show you some more pictures. Okay. So with the 24 to 200, you'll see these little specks. All right. I don't know if that was on the lens, but I was seeing some birds. Okay. Some vultures. Yeah, they're on the lens, unfortunately. And I only catch them once it's over with. But just want to show you how this 24 to 200 millimeter lens works fantastically. So go here, there. You can see a little blue when I started messing with the exposure. Very good shots. It's been raining. And this is in a process of over 3 days now, these pictures. They all look great. You can see it's trash day. But usually when I went to the 200 millimeters, it was not as sharp. So we're sharp here. So you have to be careful with the focusing. But these buzzards at 200 millimeters, that's probably the closest I got to them. The camera usually gets all 3 or all 2 of them. One's just sharp. It did recognize the birds, but it was the clouds were kind of low. And you can see the exposure is a little bit off, but I'll fix that shortly. Now I got a better shot of the hospital. I fixed the exposure. It's still a little bit too bright. That is a bird right there, but I didn't capture it. I was focusing down here in this area. But at 24 millimeters, you can see where the houses lean to the right and then a little bit to the left. So there is a little distortion with that lens. And I had the distortion control on. So anyhow, if you're straight on, it doesn't look too bad, but you see, The building's on the right, lean over to the right. And of course, the brush, plywood, Christmas decorations, trash, recycle, bird bath. And I have it in aperture priority now. But look how sharp the lens gets. So just by changing it from, I guess I had it in manual mode most of the time. I changed it to aperture priority, and then everything started looking sharp. Now, the car is sharp. Actually, the truck is sharp. Then it just kind of fades right here at my neighbor's yard. But look how sharp it is back here. And that's just by putting it on aperture priority. And then the sun started coming out, and then it's really started getting sharp. But if you'll notice, and I'm looking around, I think the squirrel is right about here in this area. That's why I was taking these photos. And it cleared up, and then that night it rained, and then it's been raining for the past 2 days. And I'm still looking. One of these, you can see the squirrel, and I don't see him yet. But at 200 millimeters, it's great travel camera. I mean, travel lens. It does extend out of the barrel, so it's not in focusing. And let me do this too. Make it a little bit wider. There it is. There's the squirrel. Okay. So there's black and then there's red. And he's mainly in the back, but on the video that you saw previously, there was 4 of them, 2 red, 2 black. And I was trying to figure out if they were mating, if they were playing, or they're fighting for territory. So I don't know. And there he is. He has a nut in his mouth. Then he drops a shell, and dog goes a little bit crazy. I think the squirrel was moving to the left, so I missed him on that shot. Yeah, there he is. And I moved down, and he hid behind that branch. And then he's looking at me again. Then I went inside. Then I went outside. So there were times where things were in focus, and then when anything was moving, because I had the shutter speed in aperture priority mode, um, this closer object, which was my dog, was out of focus a little bit. Same thing here. But you see, this is in focus basically. So the lens is a little bit slow. It's I think an f4 to a 6.3, but it's still a good lens, and that's the last shot. So that was probably at 100 millimeters. That was at 200 millimeters or something like that. It wasn't cropped. But just to show you, let's go here. It's a good lens. Yes, there's a lot of noise and stuff, but still, I think it was excellent. So basically, that's all I have to show you. Let me show you also right here on the 14 to 30. And I'll move this back here. All right. Here's the lens. And you can see how it zooms out. 135, 105, 24. And I got a cage on here too. But it's not that heavy. It's one of the first lenses I got. I think it's excellent. Excuse me. And I don't know, what do you think? Um, for a travel lens and stuff, it's okay. Uh, I'm finding out that the 100 to 400 is a better option. And then if you have like the 24 to 70, those two lenses you can take with you. I now have the 24 to 70 f2.8. I'm liking that lens better than the 24 to 70. The 24 to 70 f4, it's also an in-focus lens, but I think I would like to have the f2.8 as, you know, for indoors and stuff like that. I also carry with me the 50 millimeter and 35 millimeter f1.4. So with those four lenses, I'm pretty happy. Uh, I do have the 28, the 40, the 26 millimeter, 35 millimeter. I got all the lenses, okay, except for the two PFs and the extended. But I got those, except for the 800 in the DSLR. So I got just about all the lenses that you need for either wildlife, street photography, landscape, photo shoots of models. I haven't done any weddings. I'm not going to try that. But I got lighting, I got reflectors, um, I got good mics for recording, and I'm learning in the process. And I've been doing this for about 5 years. I started late in my life, but it's a great hobby. And yeah, it's a little expensive, but I think I'm narrowing it down to Nikon. I still have a Sony, I still have Panasonic, but I'm thinking of downsizing from them too. So anyway, let me know what you think. It doesn't matter what gear you have. You get the lenses, and what I like about the Sony, I have the Megadapt ETZ21 Pro adapter. If I get the Plus, there's some advantages to it because then you can add other lenses to work with Nikon. And like the Canon EF to the Z, or with the Sony E to Z, with autofocusing. And it's just a lot of fun. I like playing around with it, but I think I'm going to stick with Nikon because I know that the best. And I'll keep some of the Sony cameras and of course, the Panasonic. I'll just leave them in the studio. But let me know what you think of what your favorite camera system is, what lens you like using. I want to show you that all-in-one lens, 200 or 24 to 200. Some have the up to 300 or 400. They're good, but I want good quality glass that's sharp. So what I'm thinking is the 24 to 70 f2.8, the S version, the version 2, okay, S class version 2, and the 100 to 400 is basically for the telephoto or zoom lenses, and the I think the 35 and 50 on the primes. I think that's good enough. So thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.